What's up, sons? It's Blind Rod with Son of a Tech once again. Today we have yet another talking head video. Today we're going to be covering Bitcoin, Elon Musk, and renewable energy. Yes, these are heavy topics. Yes, it's probably the reason why your investments are down a little bit in cryptocurrency, but no, it's probably not clear cut as Elon and Tesla are trying to make it out to be, especially if we consider the alternatives in the dogecoin. But first, here's a word from our sponsor. Prime XBT is an established trading platform that was founded in 2018 and remained in business through the bear market. From my personal research, there are three main reasons they set themselves apart from other trading platforms: high leverage, low fees, and most importantly, privacy. Prime XBT requires no user information to start trading. The newest module, called co-vesting, allows users to copy the trading activity of other users. Remember, any form of investing comes with significant risks, so do your own research. Use promo code SONOFATECH at sign-up for a 50% bonus. Welcome back. So a quick disclaimer on the sponsor is an advertisement for a tool to exchange cryptocurrencies. The cryptocurrencies you decide to exchange or the traders you decide to follow with their co-vesting tool is purely up to you, and you are responsible for your financial decisions. Do I use it? Yes. I will not talk about what I have invested in or which ones that I have done, because I don't want you guys to get confused and say that you just copied me and now you lost money. All right, so here we go. Why are we talking about this? A couple days ago, Elon tweeted this little gem out. Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. We are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future, but this cannot come at great cost to the environment. Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy/transaction. Oh my goodness. Here we go, boys. This is where it gets interesting. What is that one, you might ask? Well, it appears that he has tweeted also that they are working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising. No, that doesn't work. Let me tell you why that doesn't work. Why do people mine cryptocurrency? For profits. What cryptocurrencies do they mine? The most profitable cryptocurrency. If you start accepting Dogecoin at Tesla and drive the price of Dogecoin up, what happens? More people start mining Dogecoin, which then decreases its energy efficiency. That's how it works. Why is Dogecoin less than 1% of the energy that Bitcoin is using? Because less people are mining it. Now let's talk about a little bit why cryptocurrency in general, especially Bitcoin, is not energy efficient and not using renewable energy. Well, this one could possibly get us banned on YouTube because nobody likes it when you point this out. Who controls the majority of the mining power for Bitcoin? It's going to be China at 65% of the network. Why is this a problem? Because China does not encourage the use of renewable energies, and they give no incentives to use it. So what are you going to utilize if you want to mine Bitcoin and make the most profit? You are going to use the cheapest form of energy. What is that? Dun dun dun! Coal. It's also the easiest to access right now over there. So this is not an issue with Bitcoin. This is an issue with where the majority of the mining power is and how that geopolitical situation is unfolding. Does China give a crap about renewable energy? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Now, Why is a majority of the mining power in China? Well, A, because they're there for profit. That's how China functions. They are basically utilizing what I would maybe classify, and I am not a political guy, I'm not a financial guy, I'm definitely not an economics guy, but what I would understand to be happening is China manipulating global capitalism to influence other countries. We see this with things like the NBA, Activision and Blizzard, so on and so forth. Actually, to the point to where me even talking about them will probably put this video way down in the search terms, and you will never see actually Tesla or Elon mention what the real problem is here for Bitcoin mining and renewable energy, and that is China not incentivizing renewable energy. Why would this be different elsewhere? Well, you can see that in the US, where renewable energy is incentivized and cheaper, they are investing in renewable energy for Bitcoin mining. The problem here is how much does the US have in Bitcoin mining power? And that's around 7 to 10%. So you aren't going to see a great increase in efficiency because too much of it is in China at this point. But if we're looking at the way they function, it is completely unfair to say that this is an actual issue with Bitcoin, as much as this is more, in my opinion, a geopolitical issue with China and their overuse of coal. I mean, at this point, and over reliance on it. So what Elon said is not necessarily incorrect, but it is kind of masking a bigger and larger problem here, especially when we start talking about the environment. Now, what happens when Dogecoin goes up in price? Okay, and this is where things get extra interesting. So even if you improve the efficiency of the transactions on a proof of work coin, if the price of that coin goes up, the more people will start mining that coin, which will increase the amount of power requirements, which will increase the amount of energy used, blah, blah, blah. Now, if we were talking about a proof of work coin that utilizes, let's say, more traditional PC hardware, CPUs, GPUs, etc., we could take a look at Monero, for example, and so on. Ethereum, yes, it's still profitable for GPUs, but because ASICs are really kind of starting to take that over, it's kind of a moot point. Not to mention, they're also going proof of stake, so we'll just leave that whole conversation for a little bit later. But because of this, as soon as Dogecoin, let's say, flips Bitcoin and becomes the one that Elon decides to pump, it will have the same energy efficiency issues. Here's the other thing to note about that. They also use, in the case of Dogecoin, ASIC miners. ASIC miners, once again, are what are used to mine Bitcoin. Where are ASIC miners manufactured primarily? In China. So who gets access to the ASIC miners, or the mining equipment that you would use to mine both Dogecoin or Bitcoin in China? If it is profitable, do you think that China is going to ship a majority of them over to a nation that it incentivizes renewable energy? No, they won't. They will mine on them for themselves first and make sure that they maintain a majority control over that network. This is an issue. It's been an issue with Bitcoin that we've talked about for a long time, and moving to Dogecoin does not solve that problem. The only thing it does is just move it over to a different area. Now, we could discuss, and I do want to bring this up, like I said, proof of stake. In the case of proof of stake, as opposed to, you know, maybe using something like CPUs, you could, in theory, at least reduce, of course, the amount of energy used. This is something that we've talked about before, and there are other issues with proof of stake, though, not just energy efficiency. And even if you do, of course, move to proof of stake, there still is an energy consumption issue. However, it's a little bit different because primarily you would be using virtual private servers, or VMs. That would be primarily on the big three companies, right? We're talking about Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. That's pretty much where all the processing power would be. And in theory, because a majority of that infrastructure could be in the state side, you could reduce, of course, the use of coal with proof of stake. Now, don't get me wrong, I still am very aware of other issues with proof of stake, but we'll save that for another time. Okie doke. So in conclusion, I think we should move to Monero. But that aside, jokes aside, there is also, you guys want to keep in mind, Chia coming up, which may be something that is discovered by the masses as far as being greener, but it is, very young, and there are a lot of potential issues surrounding that. They did solve the issue with grinding from, of course, the burst coin, that was proof of space first and greener because it used hard drives, but it still doesn't solve, a ton of other issues. It still will use power. A majority of it is still in China. So a majority of that power is still using unclean energy. And I hope this video gets out there and more people are aware of the actual issue going on and not just trying to pin this all on Bitcoin. Now, as far as pricing and blah, 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 going up and down, obviously this influences the pricing, and you may be down on your investments. Maybe you're still up. That's not what this channel is about. We like to cover the technical aspects of things. And of course, the cryptocurrencies. Am I invested? Yes. Do I invest in mining equipment? Yes. But I want to make it very clear I am not a financial advisor, and you do all this at your own risk. I do encourage, of course, even if you aren't investing in cryptocurrency or playing around in the space, to study it, learn it, and understand blockchain and what other purposes it could serve in the future, including, of course, things like a decentralized internet, etc. That doesn't mean that you have to participate on an investment level. Okay? It's just like using Google. Like, you didn't have to invest in Google to use Google, but Google eventually became a thing. And Google went up and down in price as well. So, internet boom, same as the crypto boom. It is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this content, you can check out more crypto content on this playlist up here. Or, of course, go ahead and subscribe for more in the future. Adios.